Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel Intuitive Tarot Empath. This is your general reading for April 2017. I hope that you've been enjoying the past couple of months as we begin this new cycle and this new year and all of this positive energy that's been floating around and benefiting us all. It's been a really good time, so I hope that you've been able to reap the benefits of all this positivity swirling around us. With that said, this is a general reading, so in the case that either you want more information about your situation or this doesn't resonate with you, you can go check out your sun, moon, and or rising sign. Doing so gives you just more information about the current goings-on in your life, and who doesn't want that? So with that said, I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to cut the deck into thirds, and then I'm going to draw some cards and see what comes up for you guys. So if you don't want to watch me shuffle the cards, you are more than welcome to fast forward this part. All right, so here we go. What is in store for Taurus? Taurus for April 2017 for love, health, work, home. What energies are surrounding Taurus in the month of April 2017 with home, work, relationships, love? Energies surrounding Taurus. Alright, I think maybe 3 more shuffles should do the trick. Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? Alright, one more. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's pick the bottom. Alright, so here we go. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the Hermit, and this, what's that? The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Alright, so, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. And also we have the 3 of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck. And we also have underneath both of those the Death card. So the energy that I'm getting from this is maybe this is something to do with work, something that you've been working on for a long time. And I mean, the Pentacles are all about you because the Pentacles are earth signs, so that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So I think that there's this pervasive energy of perhaps, I know it's in reverse, and this card for me in reverse is reading as slow, so perhaps there's messages that you've been getting that have been coming in kind of a slow manner. But I think that you kind of planted some seeds and now you're watching everything come to you. But this is causing a really big change. You're experiencing a lot of changes right now, especially because you have the 2 aces, but it's not bad at all. It's just different. So let's get into it. All right, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Love me a Taurus. So here we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So the 7 of Swords usually speaks of kind of sneaking away. As you can tell, this man is tiptoeing away with the 5 swords that he wants and leaving behind the 2 that he doesn't. So perhaps perhaps this is about leaving someplace, and maybe feeling like you didn't communicate so well with the people who you left behind. Like I said, because it's Wands, Pentacles, and Swords, and there are 0, can I count 0 cups? I get a very strong feeling that this is about a work situation or something to do with the way that you communicate with the world. There are so many Pentacles, there are so many Wands. Pentacles and Wands are about, Pentacles are about how you make your money, and Wands are about kind of how you, it's hard to explain it. So Pentacles are about how you make your money, but so are Wands, like what you're passionate about, how you show up in the world. And then Swords are all about communicating your ideas. So whether that be through writing, whether that be through teaching, you know, whatever means that you communicate your thoughts to the world as your profession. So I feel like perhaps you left a job, and maybe you did so because it's in reverse. It could go one of two ways. Either you're currently in a position where you feel like you kind of snuck away. Maybe there's a part of you that feels like you did so in a way that was kind of sneaky, or because it's reversed and the opposite direction, you might be feeling like you did the right thing by leaving and you let the people know who needed to know, and you kind of left the people out who didn't need to know. But either way, this is you moving on, and this is you moving forward. But this is also you looking behind at what it is that you left behind. And this is very interesting. We'll get to this in a second. I think that this is a move. We have here the Queen of Swords. I think that this is a move that you made with a very clear mind. You are ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for a new opportunity. You're ready for new people, new ways to make money, new ways of communicating with the world. So I think that perhaps this could even be you looking for, because we have the Emperor and the Empress here, I want to say that maybe this is you moving into a position, almost like a promotion maybe. So it's you leaving behind the old for the new, and a higher up position. So here, and also this is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a higher up position than a knight or a page or just a regular old, I'm going to say this incorrectly and I apologize for that, but a plain old like number card, you know, like a 3 of Pentacles or a 2 of Wands or that kind of thing. So I think that maybe you've moved into a position where you have a little bit more power and you're very clear-headed in making the decision. It was almost like you might have thought about it a little bit and had some reservations about it, but ultimately your head isn't in the clouds. You see exactly what this is and what you want out of it. Her sword is sticking straight up in the air and those clouds are behind, like underneath her. So she is, you know, ready. She knows what she wants. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles. And even though it's reversed, it's still a great card to have. So I think in the past, you were offered a new position or a new opportunity, a new way to make money. And perhaps sometimes the reverse position, and this goes along actually really well with the, what's this, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Perhaps you were offered something in a way that felt a little underhanded, because this can represent in reverse the downside of money, so to speak. So like, it's never bad because it's always a payout, and that's always positive and good and, you know, fantastic. And it's not like it's, you know, surrounded by some sort of, you know, sadness, but there might have been someone offering you a new opportunity for money in a way that didn't quite feel right to you, that felt like you were kind of sneaking around, or that you were being treacherous in some way. It felt wrong to you. And so in the past you felt kind of stuck, So maybe it was feeling like you wanted to make the move, but not liking the way that it was coming about. And so feeling like you were stuck. Maybe someone held something over your head. Perhaps it's a situation where, you and another person were in the running for the same position, and you kind of had to, someone offered you the position over this other person. It made you feel bad. But either way, something about the situation didn't quite feel right to you in this new promotion, this new opportunity. And so, but you wanted it. And so wanting it and doing what was right to get it made you feel like you were stuck because you didn't know what to do. And it was weighing heavily on your mind. We have the Queen of Swords here. We have the Page of Swords on the bottom. So, and we have the Seven of Swords in the center. So it's all about something that was weighing on your mind and in the past making you feel stuck. Like, I don't know, do I want this? Is it worth doing? Maybe if I just stand here. But ultimately, you took the position. I think that you saw the good in this opportunity. And so you kind of spun the thread into gold, so to speak. And perhaps there was something about it. Perhaps something came to light and made you feel better. Maybe that's what this Queen of Swords is that, someone told the truth about a situation, or somebody was honest. There was a communication about the situation. Perhaps it could very well have been that you said that you weren't comfortable getting the position in the manner of which it was being offered to you. And, so they changed the offer. And now it's something that you can live with. It's not just about money. It's about something you're extraordinarily passionate about. So I think that once they offered it to you in a way that felt good, it was the right opportunity for you to take. And so this is a very exciting time for you because this is a new beginning in a world that you're passionate about. So way to go. You have this like fiery energy, which is exciting. So the Three of Pentacles has a couple different meanings. With cups, it's usually about marriage. In this case, it's about people working together. So you have here three people in a church kind of constructing things and working with one another. So I think that perhaps you're working on a team, or you are overseeing a group of people. You'll notice that there's one man on a bench a little higher up than everybody else. Like I said, I feel like this could be a promotion for you. Maybe it was something that you were waiting for. And it finally, yeah, like I said, it's something that you've been waiting for, and now it's finally coming to fruition. This is all about, this guy, upright, is all about waiting for his ships to come in. He put those boats out there and said, go find me some spices. And now they're coming back and they're like, guess what we got? But now this is what you are. You're reaping the benefits of all the seeds that you've sown. And in that, it's created a change. It's created a big change in your life. That's what the Death card is all about. The Death card is all about change. Things need to die in order. That sounds really, really harsh. I don't mean it as harsh as it sounds, but like old situations need to be out so that new situations can come in. And so this is beautiful. It's you reaping the benefits of all this hard work, of this new opportunity. And so here you are on a new level, in a new promotion, in a higher position. You're making more money. So now, you start off with the Ace of Pentacles. Now you have the Three of Pentacles. So you're making more money. People are coming to you. You're overseeing things. You're working hard. This is a great card. So, you're succeeding. In the U position is the Empress in reverse. So I think that currently you're in the process of gestating new ideas. This has come up for a few different signs, but most of the signs don't have work readings like this. So where you were stuck, you're no longer stuck. And now you're really thriving in this new opportunity. I think that you're doing a really good job as a boss, in fact. The people that you're overseeing, I think that you're very nurturing of. And I feel like that's very much Taurus energy. Taurus, or Tauri, is that the appropriate plural pronunciation of the word? Tauruses, Tauri, whatever you call them, are very much about home, just like Cancers or Cancerians. They want stability and they want to nurture. And they can be extraordinarily stubborn, but they're very, very grounded, which I think makes them good leaders because they stick to their guns, they stick to their morals, they have a moral compass, and they're loyal. So you're not going anywhere. And I think that your loyalty is what made you feel like, oh, is this such a good idea? Like, this doesn't feel right to me. And then finally, when it morally did feel right to you, you stepped into it and it was like, okay, this is good. And even though this is in reverse, I still see it as you. The Empress is the card of pregnancy, so it's all about bringing forth new ideas. And I think that in your position of power, perhaps you have more opportunities to communicate new ideas with the people around you, and you have more opportunities to be creative. That's what wands are about too. They're about your creativity. So communicating your new creative ideas in ventures concerning how to make money, how to do work. And above the Empress in your environment is the Emperor in reverse. So perhaps because you're in a new position and you want people to take you seriously, you might be putting a lot of boundaries on certain relationships with people, or you might be putting making rules, being disciplined. If it's not with other people, then it's with yourself, because you really want this opportunity to work out and to be successful. And I think that you're taking it very seriously. And so the Emperor is also the card of Aries, and Aries to me is similar to Taurus in their I'm going to say stubbornness, and I'm not going to say it as a bad thing because I think it's beautiful to be stubborn. It means you stick to your guns. It means you made a decision and you've decided that that's what's going to happen. And I think that instead of, you have this beautiful energy where, like an earth sign that you are, like the earth sign that you are, you're growing these new opportunities and these new ideas from a genuine place, but you're also putting speed and fire behind them. So there's a real passion to what you're doing, and there's a lot of discipline to what you're doing. Even in the Three of Pentacles card, there's discipline here. So you're in a really good position of being a boss. So way to go. We have here the Hermit. So I think that you're still learning a lot. I think that because this is a new position, you're finding your way in this world because it's new to you. And so anytime we're in a new position, you gotta light your lantern, you gotta move forward. And, you ask people for guidance, but generally you figure out how to do what you're doing almost through trial by fire. I feel like that's how it was with my job. It was, you go to school, you learn all this theory, and then once you're in the working world, you're kind of thrust into it, and you can ask people all you want, but really at the end of the day, you need to learn what works for you. And so I think that that's what the Hermit is saying, is you're in the process and you're going to continue learning what you need to do for you to be successful at this job. Because what's going to be successful for you and what's going to work for you might not necessarily work for someone else. And so someone might give you advice and it might be good advice for them, but you need to light your lantern and you need to figure out what works best for you. And because you have the Emperor and the Empress, I think you have a lot of ideas that you're willing to put into play and see, does this work? Does this not? And there's not any fear behind any of this. You're really ready to put fire behind these ideas. I think that you're also looking to the past a little bit. What's worked for me in the past? What was successful for me in the past? What was I doing that got me to this position? Because I must have been doing something for someone to be looking at me and thinking, I'm the person for the job. So what were the qualities and attributes in me that I can bring to the table? So I think that, you're in a little bit of a period of solitude, even though you're working with other people, but it's a period of solitude that you need in order to find your footing. I love the Hermit card. I think it's a great card because it's all about learning, and it's all about learning through your own discovery of things. You're the one who lit the lantern. And so at the end of the day, when someone says, how did you come to that? Well, I did it on my own. So that's a beautiful thing. And this is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all about work. This is all about working extremely hard at what you do, and doing it well. And I know that it's in reverse, but with the other cards in this reading, I'm really seeing it as a positive thing. Like, I'm seeing this as, it's reading to me as either it's not as much work as you thought it was going to be, or no, that's kind of how I see it, is that perhaps, you assumed that this was going to be a lot of work and it was going to be very slow going, but I think that in fact you're enjoying this a lot more than you thought you would. And once you got out of your own head, it was all about the work and nothing else. And so you work really hard at your job, but you also enjoy it very much, so therefore it doesn't feel like work. So this brand new opportunity, if you haven't come into it yet, you're about to. And if this is something that you're seeking, know that it's going to be a successful venture and that you are going to be successful in it. So let's see. So what I like to do next is to clarify one of the cards. So let's see. I would like to clarify that Ace of Wands and check out perhaps, or maybe let's check out the Ace of Wands. So I'm going to shuffle the Lenormand deck. I'm between like the Ace of Wands and the Hermit because I'd like to know what lessons, let's go with the Hermit, what lessons it is that you're supposed to be learning. And granted, you'll come to these lessons on your own, but I'm interested in seeing what this is about. Also, I just love the Hermit card, and I believe, the Hermit card is a 9, and 9 in tarot is all about cycles coming to a close. So I think that you're coming in upon a really good time, a new cycle, brand new opportunities, and new learning adventures that you're going on. I mean, you could be a teacher, you could be a lawyer, you could be anything dealing with ways that we communicate with the world. But I mean, this could be any job. It's really not, specific to anyone. All right, so the Hermit. We have love, we have the Knight, and we have the Whips. So I think that the advice that you're going to come into through having time on your own is to I think that you're going to learn that this is what you're supposed to be doing. I know that this is usually about soulmates, but we're talking about work here, and I think that this translates into you love what you do, and you love it because you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's like, it's the same way that you meet somebody and you just click and you're like, this is my person. It's the same way when you find the job that you're supposed to be doing. There's this whisper that says, oh my God, this is absolutely what I'm supposed to be doing. It's the same thing. So if you ever question if this is what you're meant to do, know that it is. And that even if it's not forever, even if a few years down the road you decide that you would like to move again, for the moment, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So you know, keep that in mind if ever you are in doubt or if ever you feel like you're in the dark. And here we have the Knight. So I think that you're going to learn how to move quickly, how to move confidently, how to make decisions quickly and confidently, how to not second guess yourself. But I think that also you're going to learn how to watch out for snakes. You'll notice that there's a snake underneath the horse that looks like it's about to bite. So I think that you're going to learn, if you haven't already learned this lesson, how to watch out for people who are treacherous or situations that are not good for you and the company or you and your team, whoever it is that you're working for. So I think that this is all about confident forward movement and you learning the lessons that you need to learn in order to move forward confidently. And then stop beating yourself up. Don't do that. I think that the Hermit is not just about the lessons that you'll be learning, which are extremely important, but I think that they're also about you coming into, you not doubting any longer that this is what you're meant to be doing. And B, I think that this is you learning how not to doubt yourself. You know, maybe you made a decision in the past that didn't end up the way that you thought it was going to. You have to let go of that because you are a really good boss and you're new to this. This is a new adventure for you. So cut yourself some slack because you're really off and running. I mean, here you have the Emperor and the Empress. So you got a match set, man. So don't beat yourself up because you're doing a good job. All right, so with that said, I'm going to pull a card from the Guardian Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. The art on these cards is very interesting. Better than the art, though, are the messages on the cards. So I'm going to pull one of these cards and give you a piece of advice that you can carry with you through the month of April in order to bring all of your hopes and dreams and positive energies and manifestations into fruition. So I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit. They're very difficult to shuffle because they are gigantic. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to shuffle them as best as I can because they want to be difficult as they want to be this evening, like a child. Like a child who wants to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and shake you awake. But you love them anyway, right? Alright, so there we go. We're getting a good shuffle on these. So 3 more times. What is the advice for Taurus to manifest positive energies in the month of April? What are the energies surrounding Taurus? What is the advice that will help them manifest positive energies throughout the month of April? Nice. Alright, let's see it. Let's see what you got, Taurus. Alright, I like this one. Alright, so Helper of Thought. So the card says, your life is about to start moving very fast. Huh. Oh, is it? That's interesting. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best you can. You know, will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. So I believe, hold on, let's see. There's some more insights in the book, in this little book, so I'm going to read them. So the Helper of Thought is the equivalent of the Knight of Swords. So Situations. Life is going to be moving a lot faster. Events that may have seemed to be on hold now suddenly require great focus and attention. There may be a little bit of stress as you adapt to the new timelines, but it will feel better than the previous lack of action. No more sitting around and waiting. It's time to get things done. Look for creative solutions. Were we just talking about that as the Hermit? Look for creative solutions to challenges and you'll see excellent results. Although you do need to move quickly, don't forget to review the details carefully. People. An extremely capable person with a quick mind and a determined will. Someone who can swoop in, review a situation, and almost instantly know just what to do. Well-intentioned, always confident of success, courageous, idealistic, and knowledgeable. Additional meanings of this card: a sudden frenzy of activity, thinking outside the box, defending what you believe. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. So all you have to do is be ready for the fact that things are going to start moving very, very quickly. So just make sure that you're ready for that. And you know what? I think you are. You're someone who is ready for all of these new positive changes that you've been trying to manifest to come to fruition. So Taurus, this is congratulations on this new, if it's a new job offer, whatever the new thing in your life is that you've been working really hard at. I think it's in terms of work because all of these cards point to that. Way to go. You the boss. Not that fool Tony Danza. All right, so you got this, Taurus. April looks to be an awesome month for you. Very exciting. Congratulations on all the new opportunities. If you like this reading and you're interested in a personal reading, please feel free to email me at intuitivetarotempath@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I think that this is a great reading. I'm extraordinarily excited for you. This is such positive energy. It couldn't get better than this. So Taurus, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And with that, I will see you in May. Have a good night, guys. Bye.